Hey everybody, McKyler here real quick to remind you to go check out our Patreon. We've got 7 bonus episodes up there right now and an 8th one coming up soon. If that's something that sounds fun to you, go sign up at patreon.com/doinglearning. Hope to see you over there. Is it going? Welcome to Doing Learning, everybody. I'm your host again this week, McKyler. And I got my good buddy Daniel with me.
It looked like you almost forgot your name for a second there.
Well, I do sometimes. Forget where I'm at, who I am. But we're going to hop right back in the boat this week, Daniel. We're climbing and we're getting our ankles wet. And we're going to do part 2 of Shackleton and his story.
Part two.
So, showed you the picture of them waving.
Yeah.
For what I'm sure they thought was the last time. I mean, you're watching a crew of 6 guys.
Right.
Sailing off 800 miles to the next inhabited place over the worst ocean on the planet. I'm talking monster swells, hurricane force winds constantly. Right. This is like the worst latitude for winds there is. It couldn't be any worse than this.
Right.
Really, it couldn't.
And for you, let's just put yourself in the shoes of the men, right?
Yep.
You want to volunteer. You want to be part of the expedition crew. Like, you just want to be there. Would you rather be one picked or one left?
Oh, man. In that case, oh, man. If I was a sailor, I mean, I don't think my inhibitions now are like ocean terrifying because ocean big scary. But if I was a sailor, I would like that a lot more. I would be less scared. I think I would respect it a lot more, maybe in a different way, but I wouldn't have like what would hold me back now would be like, no way, that's scary. But if I was a sailor, I think I'd want to be part of the action. I wanted to be part of, like, I could either sit here on the island and eventually die as soon as it's winter again because we have no food,
right?
Besides what we hunt, or I can go try to be a hero, try to do something and save some people, do the hard work to make a difference, kind of sort of thing. So I think that's where I'd want to be. If it was me today, I would stay on the island 100% because that's scary. But I don't know, if I was a sailor and used to that, I would probably want to. That's probably what I would want to do. Yeah. It would be absolutely terrifying, I think.
Yeah, because like the known versus the unknown, like you know that you're screwed either way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But staying on the island, you know that you could possibly survive hunting all this stuff.
For a time.
You don't know if you're going to survive on those seas.
Yeah. No, yeah. And the chances of you surviving are quite low.
Yep.
Very quite low.
Mm-hmm.
But they looked at Shackleton and they're like, if anybody can do it, you can do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the crew told the skipper, Worsley, they told him, they said, Skipper, don't worry about it. You're not born to drown. So they're like, off you go, kind of sort of thing. So that's how these guys, like, that's their goodbye.
Right.
So they set sail and they have 800 miles to cover. The first maybe couple hundred miles are in and out of ice. The first thing that they do is try to get north, try to get out of the ice.
Right.
Because if they're in the ice, it's going to bust up their boat. It's going to break stuff.
Yes.
Right. They're going down.
Yeah.
So then they have to go up north to the wind and the big swells of ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said for the first, basically the whole trip, I'll just give you the numbers. This took roughly a month
of them doing these 800-mile trips.
Yes, it took them roughly a month to sail that distance. Or did it say a month? I think it was like a month. Honestly, it was like 28 days or something like that. 24 days.
As crazy as it sounds, like, it doesn't seem that long but it must have been so brutal.
You know what makes it long? When they said 15 times per hour, so every couple of minutes, a whole wave would crash over the boat and completely soak them.
Yep. Right there. There it is.
It is.
Yep. Like you think about a month, like let's just say like a road trip for a month. That doesn't seem that bad. You're getting soaked every
couple of minutes.
And it's windy and
if the water isn't splashing over you, it's a blizzard blowing at you or spraying off the ocean or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And you don't see anything except for ocean for 24, 28 days.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. And so, I mean, I'm sure you can figure how the story kind of ends there, right? Right. This is why I think this Worsley is one of the best navigators ever, is he did his navigation in these circumstances and they freaking nailed it. They found the island. They hit it. If they would have been wide either way, you sail off because the prevailing winds are going from where they were to where they were going. That's kind of why they picked that direction.
Right.
The wind's going to push them that way. If they would have missed, there's nothing for thousands of miles until you get to Africa.
Yes.
Like that's the trajectory. You wouldn't hit Africa for another 3 or 4 months. They wouldn't make it. Right. So you have to hit the island. That's what you have to hit it. So he was like looking at the moon and he's like, it was really hard because it was really foggy and I couldn't see the horizon, and you need the horizon in order to do nautical navigation at that time and use a sextant or use this, like see the sun. And he's like, it'd be really foggy and cloudy. And then I couldn't see the sun. So I kind of guessed where it was. The dude freaking nailed it.
I kind of guessed the perfect direction.
It's insane. He led him right there. And they got all the way, right after these several weeks on the water, they got all the way to where they could see the island before like the heaviest winds that they've seen the whole time. Big like tidal waves crashing in around them. And like one of them they thought was going to sink them, was so big. Like I'm thinking like, you know, where you're like riding up on the wave and all of that kind of crazy thing that you're picturing is exactly what they were going through. And they got to where they could see the island and the storm has hit. And they said, darn, it's a shame that we were able to do this and no one will ever know that. They're like, our rats. Yes. It's so like 1900, early 1900s British of just like, rascals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish it would have been different. It's like guy's been getting splashed every 15 minutes, every couple of minutes for whatever. So they make landfall. They were able to do it. They catch a break in the winds. Super, super lucky. They're able to get in. They camp. They find a cave. They settle in, and they rest for like a week
after they make landfall. Okay.
So 3 of them are getting really sick and can't really participate anymore. So Shackleton, Worsley, and then one other guy, they're still good. The problem, Daniel, is that the whaling station is on the other side of the island. And you know what no one in the world has ever done? Walked across this island or even explored it. What? Nobody's ever done it.
Wait, what?
It's rugged. It's that rugged.
It's a whaling station that nobody's ever explored this island. I know it's a small island, right? We established that.
It would be, dozens, like 50, 60, 80 miles long kind of sort of thing.
It's not unreasonable, but it's kind of still...
It was, let's see, try to get you some images of this thing.
Not at all what I was expecting.
It's not tropical paradise.
Nope.
It's glacially formed, really, really tall peaks. Yeah.
It's a tundra.
It's still in the tundra. Yes. So I just showed Daniel a picture of a bunch of really, really tall, scary mountains, just absolutely covered in snow and ice and glaciers. So they're like, okay, we're going for a hike. We got to get to the other side because that's where the people are.
God.
So they're like, all right, let's go this way, right? And so they start hiking, right? And they go all the way from sea level to these glaciers that they, in these mountains, this mountain change is like 5,000 feet from sea level. So here's the numbers. I'll tell you, they made it, right?
Yeah.
They make it to the whaling station. They covered 32 miles in 36 hours without stopping. They just started hiking at about 2 a.m. when the weather finally broke, and they hiked up, and they basically went, you think we should go this way? I don't know. Let's check it out. Nope. And then they backtrack, and then they go this way. Nope. And they backtracked. There was a carpenter with them. That's one of the reasons he came on the boat. He fitted their shoes with, they put 16 nails in the bottom of their shoes for traction. By the time they got done, they were gone completely. The craziest part, there's 2 parts that really, really stuck out to me. So these guys there's 3 of them. They're roped together, walking through knee-deep snow the whole way on glaciers to get to this place. They finally get to the mountain pass on this thing. It's a knife edge. They go up, and they're literally straddling this knife edge pass. Behind them is fog and wind. Before them is basically a sheer drop precipice. And they're like, well, I guess we got to go. They're like, I guess we're going for it, right? So you know what they did? So what they would do is they would like cut a diagonal path, and they would literally like take knives and cut steps into the side of the ice on the side of this mountain and then hike down those. And they're like, this is taking too long. So Shackleton goes, we're going to slide. So they sat down, they hooked up, and they just lift their feet up and they slide down. And yeah, they're like, we might not make it, but by golly, we're not going down without a fight.
Yeah.
So they lift their feet up, and they're like, the way he wrote it was like, we were having so much fun. Like, we were hooting and hollering. And once we got going, it actually felt pretty safe. But they're like, if you've hiked mountains, Daniel,
yeah,
you know
of
what
course.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Imagine just like sliding down it in the middle of the night when you can't see anything. No flashlights, no nothing, no moonlight, like dark. And you're 5,000 feet up on a sheet of ice, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna slide down it. Yep, we're gonna slide down it. Went great. It worked out totally great. The other thing, that really stuck out to me. So they make it down. Okay, well now guess what? They have to go up kind of another one. Well, they end up on another precipice, and they're cutting more ice. They're doing the same thing, right?
Right.
They're getting close. They hear the steam whistle of the whaling station. They're getting close now, right? They're coming down. They can see boats. They're like trying to wave. They're like, why are we waving? We can't do anything. They're on the side of this kind of similar story, going down a really, really, really sheer cliff face of just ice. And they're cutting it with their knives. But what it is it's a sheet of ice over a layer of snow that's over more ice.
Okay.
So you can kind of bust through the crust and get down underneath it. So Shackleton's leading. And so this is what he does. They're on this sheer cliff face, and he just starts swinging his legs and bashing his heels into the side of the cliff to make a step. And then he'd kind of crouch down and do the other foot. They're going down on their backs on this steep ice. Worsley, the way he described it was, as they're going down on their backs, he's making the steps bigger. He's going down the steps that Shackleton made. He said that he felt that if he lifted his head up, he would fall off the cliff. So he is.
Oh,
yes.
Like they are just
that
literally.
Steep. They're like standing on the wall of this ice sheet, basically, to where he feels like if he lifts his head up, he's going to fall.
It'll like tilt him forward.
And he'll fall off forward. So that's what he's feeling as they walk down this thing. They do it. They just do it. Like, there's no reason that these guys should be able to do it. It turns out that 36 hours was the only good weather that entire winter. They had the perfect window.
This only serves
it.
What's Shackleton's like? Not that he had any ego, but it only strokes his ego that he's the best to ever do it.
How does this guy always get away with it? There's no way he should get away with all this stuff, and he does.
That's insane.
I feel like I don't know. He seems like a pretty stand-up guy.
No, he does. Like, that's what I'm not like stroking his ego seems wrong to say. It does, but like everything's going just perfect for him.
At least good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
When the margin of error is that small.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. So,
oh, by the way, sliding down mountains, on your rear, there is a name for that. I've done it.
Oh,
it's glissading.
Glissading. So they were glissading. There you go.
Yeah,
on a sheet of ice in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you just when you just kind of go want to get down as fast as possible.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
So that's what these guys did. So they make it to the whaling station, and everyone is like, because they stopped there 2 years before that. 2 years. And they're like, who are these guys? Right. Because they imagine how these guys looked at this point.
Oh my gosh. They must look so rugged. I mean,
so rugged,
dude. And I'm guessing they're not upkeeping.
Nope.
No,
they said they would kind of bathe sometimes, but they would never, like, they wouldn't wash their hands or their faces. Cause like, I don't know. It just kind of was,
especially being out in the cold, why would you shave your face if that's...
And they would leave their beards for that exact reason, just to stay warm a little bit. So they showed up and they're like, it's like, hey, it's me, Shackleton. And everyone was like, what? Like everyone was like, oh my gosh. And he told him the story.
Right.
And like this old Norwegian sea captain was just like honoring him with like, you're a true hero kind of thing or whatever. And he's like, cool. Thanks. We got to go save my buddies.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
we got to go save my buddies.
Thank you. Whatever. Like, let's go.
So the first thing they did was went around, got the 3 guys that they left behind.
Right.
And they sent them back to England. They sent them home
right away
because they were sick. They're like, okay, we got to get them home. Yeah. Then they spent the next 4 months, 5 months. Yes. 4 or 5 months, working with the Argentinians and the Chilean government to basically finance little steamships. And these ones were metal.
Okay.
So this is where it got really interesting, is basically they were publicly funded. Like the public he would go to these towns in Chile and he'd be like, hey, I'm trying to go save my buddies. And then the town would put together funds and then he would rent a boat and then try to do it. It took them 4 attempts where they went down, sailed down, couldn't get through because of the weather or something, or the ice got too bad. And they're in steel ships. And the steel ships are going to tear open like pop cans because they're not wood.
Yep.
And they're not designed to go through ice. They had to turn around and go back. It took them to the 4th attempt before they came through a really, really thick, heavy fog with a storm setting in before they made it back to their crew. And when they got to, they knew right where their crew would be, where the camp was set up. And so Shackleton's up on his glasses and he says, I see 1, I see 2, no, 3, 4. Dan, you know how many people they lost on this journey?
Please tell me none.
Precisely 0. They all survive.
This is the most emotional I've ever been on an episode because that doesn't happen. That it does not.
There's no reason. That is the most rugged, most hardcore place on earth I can possibly think of. And Shackleton led them through. He took care of them. He did what he needed to do. He promised them he'd be back, and he made it back.
Dude, like I'm not lying. I'm emotional. Like, dude, I want to meet. I want to be this dude because this dude kept true to his word, and his men were behind him the entire time.
Yep. There are very few people in history where you can think of where everyone regarded with this man with just the utmost amount of respect. It's like they got back to Chile and the Chileans threw a parade for them. Like for this English guy.
Yeah.
He's actually Irish, but he's financed by the British, whatever. And the Chileans are like, woo, turning up.
Wow.
Throwing him a parade and parties and this huge welcome receptions. And they got like medals and stuff of, awards and stuff back. Like just a high amount of respect for this guy and his crew. And just everyone just at the drop of a hat would be, Shackleton's like, so a couple years later too. So, okay. So let me finish just a little bit. So this is kind of the end of the expedition.
Okay.
They get the men off. Within an hour of arriving, they're gone. They pack everybody up, get them on the boat. They're out of there, right? They make it back. They make it back in time to serve in the war.
No.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes, they do.
Stop.
So they all kind of get split up a little bit to fight in the war. And unfortunately, a couple of I can't remember exactly who it was. Crean, I think it was the carpenter that walked with him across South Georgia.
Right.
He was killed in action.
Okay.
His boat sank because the Germans were doing submarine warfare at this point.
Right.
So all these guys served in the Navy as submarine hunters. And so they all kind of got split up. They did all this stuff. Where's F.A. Worsley, the skipper, he was in command of a ship, and they sank one submarine, which is a big deal.
Yes.
And they sank it it shot an oil tanker, and they pretended like they left by like messing with their engine sounds and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like idling down, but then like turning around using the wind and all this stuff. And then the submarine came up, and when the submarine came up, they rammed it and they cut it in half and sank it.
Oh man.
So he got like an award for it and everything like that. And it made the news and stuff like this or whatever, like wartime news. And so Shackleton's reply to him was tally ho. He sent him a telegram that said tally ho, good for you.
That's awesome.
And so that's where that story ends. And eventually Shackleton, while going toward another Antarctic expedition, eventually he had a heart attack in South Georgia and passed away there.
Oh man.
And so I'm not sure if they buried him there or they had a burial at sea or something like that. But that's where his story ends, is in South Georgia, kind of where he always wanted to be, down in the Arctic.
Dude, like that's a lot.
It's so cool.
It's a lot, and I want to dig deeper. Like,
read the book. I mean, first-hand account. Like, it just feels like, I don't know, to hear the words straight from the guy who was there. It was just so cool. And to see the images and the videos, like, it's not just still images. They took videos.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really fascinating and interesting to me. And just, I don't know what drives those guys. I don't know what drove them or what formed them, but I mean, they were not going to give up. They wanted to be out in the cold. They wanted to go explore and brave the world and see nature at its rawest.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, the adventure they set out to do is not the adventure that they got.
No way.
But the adventure that they got, I think, is just like, that's what better thing do you want? Like, I don't understand.
It's quite the story. I mean,
it really is. And like, holy crap.
I mean, I have a hard time thinking of a single survival story better than that one.
I mean, the only one that comes to mind is the oh shoot, I'm gonna get butchered. What is it? Is it a soccer team or like rugby team? The one in the mountains,
in the caves, and the divers had to go get them.
No.
Or the cave collapse.
No, and then in the Alps.
In the Alps, ooh.
Like it an airplane crashed down.
Wow, I don't know that.
And they survived. Well, some of them survived.
Cool.
But like,
yeah,
it's like
that's pretty good too.
It's a good story, but I'm like, not all of them survived, right? Yeah. So it's just like, for every single 29 men, including the captain, it's like, that's incredible. That is truly incredible. Oh my gosh, I want to know
every
more.
Single one of them.
I think I've told you before, like when I went to Hawaii to Pearl Harbor, and like when I went to go do the whole Pearl Harbor tour, and then I saw the inscriptions of names of the fallen men.
Yep.
It's like, it's an emotional thing, dude. It truly is.
Absolutely.
It's incredible, the men that gave their lives for their country. I feel the same way here. I want to know more about these people because they set out for a mission. They set out to do something. Maybe they didn't achieve what they wanted, but they did something incredible in surviving and believing in each other. And not only that, like
just the endeavors of the human spirit and camaraderie and what you can get through with a team.
And not only that, you've already survived this ordeal and then have the like you internally, you'd be like, yes, I survived. And at the end of the day, I would not fault them to be, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I want to rest.
Yeah.
I've done my duty. But they were like, no, I haven't done enough.
Yeah. I haven't fulfilled my obligation. I want to do my part.
Yeah.
I want to support
I want to do
my
this.
country in this war,
and that goes the testament of the kind of men they were.
Yeah.
And that's incredible.
Tons of respect for these guys.
I want to read up on them. I mean, I don't know if there's any more after this journey, like written or like expanded on it.
You know, I don't either. I'm not sure because this guy, he kept really good notes. So I'm not sure if he wrote anything else.
Or kept tabs on like the crew.
Yeah.
I would love to know more because like, obviously they had a lot of publicity, right? Of all this after the fact. I'm sure there's even if there was a local, like, oh, this guy was part of like this thing. He was a local from my town. I want to write a little more, whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to just read that stuff.
Yeah. And the book focused a lot on Worsley and Shackleton, but the crew is a lot bigger than that. And some of them sound like real characters.
Yeah.
Like one of the more interesting things, is at one point they had to kind of get rid of a bunch of unnecessary equipment because it was too heavy. But Shackleton demanded that one of them keep his banjo.
Really?
Yes, because it was so uplifting for everybody.
Yeah, morale booster.
Morale boosting. And he says, get rid of all your stuff, but you keep that banjo.
Shackleton knew. Dude.
He knew.
I mean, dude, you have to keep morale.
Yeah.
You have to.
He had it figured out.
He did.
And I don't know, with many other people in charge like that, I think it takes a guy like Shackleton to get 28 other people through an ordeal that lasts 2.5 years.
Yeah. In
the roughest conditions that you can find on the planet.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. It does not seem real.
Yeah. This is something I'm going to, I hope you know, I'm going to be looking and researching for years to come.
I have not stopped thinking about it since I came up with the topic like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm going to keep researching. It's going to pop up on my feed every now and then because I'm going to be researching like, hey, look this, hey, look that, hey, look this. And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I'll send you it's a really funny, like 20-minute cartoon synopsis of the book.
Okay.
That kind of got me going. I was that was really good. I should read the book. And then I read the book and I was like, that was awesome.
Well,
I was like, wait,
80% of the book.
80%. Well, by the time I stopped reading the book is like well after like even the war.
Oh, okay.
So it's like,
most
like 75% of the book is about the Antarctic expedition. And then the rest is kind of like the epilogue kind of sort of.
Yeah.
So it's like, I didn't feel pressure to finish it for today.
That makes sense.
Still fascinating, really interesting stuff just because they're just crazy people. They're just crazy people. But yeah. And then I was like, wait a second. I wonder if there's videos because like, they're like, oh, our cinematographer Hersley was doing this stuff. And I was like, wait a second. He didn't say photographer.
Yeah.
He said cinematographer. So I was like, wait a minute. I gotta look this up. Sure enough, in 1919, they made a documentary about it.
Not only did the banjo make it,
so did the camera.
So did the
and
camera.
all the film.
That's insane.
Yeah, Shackleton's like sleeping bags, food, stove, tents, camera, banjo. Let's go. We're going to Elephant Island. And somehow they took all good enough care of it that it all survived. Not only the crew, but all that stuff and insane.
I wonder,
absolutely insane.
I wonder if they had enough film because I'm guessing the cinematographer was not one of the 5 men that went.
That's correct. Yep. He stayed back on Elephant Island.
I wonder if he had any footage of the men, even if it's 5 minutes of the men that stayed behind?
From the documentary, there was less on that. There was, well, they had most of their time when they're stuck on the ice.
Right.
So that's
right.
where most of the filming is done.
Right.
But there is pictures and videos of like the shelter that they made.
Yeah.
And like that kind of stuff. I don't think there was a lot going on Elephant Island. They basically hunted to just stay sane.
Yeah.
They each like brought a book, and then they like, that's all they did was like read and then rotate books and stuff like that. Like that's all they did.
Because
I waited.
I would definitely be interested to see if anybody like documented anything going on. Because I mean, to be there stuck for months.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure that's a deeper dive.
Yeah,
onto the lives on the ice or whatever.
There is like one chapter in the book that's kind of dedicated to repeating the words from the guy that was the leader that was left behind.
Right.
So he kind of explained it, but basically it was like the weather was awful. We had to make the shelter really good. Like that's all we did was improve the shelter and hunt. And every day he said, it's something like, he said every day he would tell the crew, pack up your bags, boys. Today's the day the boss is coming back. So that's awesome. What he would tell them every morning.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool.
It is.
And I think they believed it.
Yeah.
I think they did. So, man, what a fun adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to think about this one for a while.
Yeah.
I did do my research on this one, but I would still say, what do you want to plug? Should we plug some socials and stuff before we say goodbye?
Sure. Yeah. Guys, as always, we love seeing that you guys are, engaging with us on this podcast, wherever you may listen to it. We love it, whether it be Spotify, Apple Music, or it's Apple Podcasts, right? Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to. Like,
oh, I know where most of them listen.
Yeah, we love the support, guys. But we want to interact with you. We want to hang out with you online. The best way to do that is just join us on Instagram on Doing Learning Pod. That's we are trying to get that going so we can engage with you guys, so we can interact with you guys and have fun.
Yeah, they flagged us as a bot account.
Apparently we are so good at being on time every single time that they think we're automated. And I can tell you and assure you, I do not have an app scheduling our stuff or anything. It is completely just us.
So message Daniel so we don't have to get our Instagram shut down.
But yeah, if you guys want to give us a follow, that's the best way to kind of interact. I try to be more engaging on Threads, but Instagram is the way to go for us. Drop us, a message of anything. Even if you want a episode, like if something interests you, it might interest us, and we want
slide into our DMs and tell Daniel, hey, Daniel, it'd be cool
to learn about whatever. And we'll do the research for you guys. We will do the research and we will teach you about it. And you can just learn with us and have fun. Also, if you guys want to follow us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/doing learning. We will have a lot more content there.
We're working on it.
We are working on some, I would say, really fun behind the scenes short episodes. And it's, I believe, and McKyler, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it to be there. It's going to be fun. And if you guys feel so inclined, like, not to subscribe, but you guys just want to give us a little tip. You can do it on coffee.com/doing learning. That's ko-fi.com.
That's the one.
/doing learning.
Well, I did my research this time, so I don't know if I can say that one, Daniel, but I would say do your own research, keep going down that rabbit hole, and stay curious.
Hey, everybody. We just like to take a moment to thank everybody out there that has thus far supported us. We do all these recordings, um, and we love doing it. We have fun doing it, but we are paying out of our own pocket. But it does help when people like Liz D, Seth T, Irvin H, DaDog, Miles T, and Kirk K help us make this little podcast a reality and, lighten the load a little bit. So thank you from both of us and all of the fans. Thank you for helping us make this a reality. And if you guys want to help be part of the Doing Learning crew, you can do so by going to www.patreon.com/doing learning. I don't know why I said www.